Welcome to the Game Changer 00100 show. I am your host, Game Changer. So, the day has begun, and I know it's been a while since I've been up, but I am happy to be here and I am happy to be talking to you all. Let me know if you're having problem with the audio or the visuals, but definitely it has been a while. It has been a while. So, apparently there's some back and forth. You have the Idmore group who, one day they're on some, oh yes, I think that we should be MGTOW monks and blah 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 blah. Oh, you might give me some. Oh, okay. So yeah, I actually love these women. And so you, on one hand you have that, and then on the other hand you have the people who are just retaliating against everything um that they can for the sake of quote unquote keeping it real. So in the backdrop of this is peace negotiations. You have one group of men who are looking for peace negotiations, and then you have another group of men who is like, there really isn't any peace in the foreseeable future. So, why even have this conversation or discussion? Damn, why even have this conversation or discussion? So, those are the two camps that we are dealing with. And in the midst of it, you have the black women who see Jesus. Hold on right quick. Sorry about that. Anyway, so those are the two sides. And then in the middle, you have the black women who sees an opportunity. Now, what is this opportunity? The black woman sees an opportunity that they understand that this whole gender war was started by them. Let's be clear. Feminism or black feminism is a first shot in a gender war. Not to mention the decades of books, movies, songs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that was meant to diminish black men in the eyes of other black women and of society in general. First shot taken, black woman. Now, and I think that this current administration may have something to do with it, but now it's like, okay, let's calm down. Let's make peace. It's like, okay, whenever a person or an entity wants to make peace, they have to be a peace offering. There has to be conditions in terms of peace, to which they have none. But we're going to get into it for a little bit. I need y'all to hit that like button. And I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because I have something I got to get into. So, um, in my algorithm, a woman, and she says, the internet turned black men and black women against each other. Oh, yeah, yeah. Because things was just going so great between us before the invention of the internet, right? I mean, the strong black woman thing didn't exist prior to the internet. Oprah wasn't alive prior to the Oprah was born the day the internet came to being. Alice Walker didn't exist before the internet. The Color Purple didn't exist before the internet. Women of Brewster Place didn't exist before the internet. The book for color girls who ever thought about committing, self deletion didn't exist before the internet. Zora or Neil Hurston didn't exist before the internet. No, it's the internet that's turning black men and black women against each other. That's what it is. It's the internet. Okay. So let's see what this woman has to say because I got to make this as quick as possible. So hit the like button and fair use. That's kind of like saying the internet invented racism. But anyway, Okay, first of all, let's take a look at her. This is a woman who discovered makeup and filters. And now her self appraisal has become that of the makeup and filters, meaning that when she woke up like that, not this. She did not wake up like what you see on the screen. However, because this is what she presents to the world, this is what her appraisal is, this is what she's requiring from men. Hit the like button. Let's have a listen.
Woke up and decided to just point fingers and choose sides. Black men are angry and Black women are defensive. And social media is making millions on us tearing each other apart. But what nobody's asking is, where did this all come from? My name is Haley Everly. I am a mom glow up coach, and this is why I am talking about this topic.
I'm a glow up coach. Now, typically, when women talk about glowing up, what they really mean to say is, I am looking to get over on men. Glowing up means, not becoming a better wife and mother, but how can I get over on men? How can I get more resources while doing less work from men? That's what her channel is about. And she, of course, is a single mom. Let's listen.
When I first started helping moms glow up, reminding women that they deserve softness, that they're valuable, I was shocked.
A person, man or woman, doesn't deserve anything that they don't work for. Telling a woman you deserve something because you have a vagina is what she's about. And this is she's actually talking peace here. She's actually talking peace, like let's make peace. It's the internet that's making us this way. Yes, and you're a part of it. We're sick of these glow up broads that bring their kids talking about, hey, help me glow up, and I'll help you blow up. Yeah, ha. This is what they want us to make peace with. She understands that as long as there's hostilities, it's going to be more difficult for her to glow up with a black man, and why lose that potential resource, potential customer base.
How many angry comments came from Black men? I was thinking to myself, how is making self-care content for women making so many men mad? That's when I realized this isn't about glowing up anymore. This is deeper than that. It's about what we've been taught and how we are seeing each other, Black men and Black women. Because when we keep Black men and Black women divided, we don't just break up relationships, we're breaking our community. Let's start
Oh,
where it actually began, and that is
buddy,
slavery.
the
When
community.
our families
You gotta think about the community. Black men, please come to the community. We need you in the community. Save your community, black men. The community. Oh, the community. Where did this community talk go in child support court? Where did this community talk go in divorce court? Where's this community talk when she is getting the bag? Where's this community talk when she's glowing up? You are a glow up coach. Ah, glow up for her, community for us. Glow up for her, community on us. This is the peace agreement. See, they understand that they want that black men want community. Really, men of all races want community. Community is safety for men. Community is happiness and well-being for men. We understand that. Black women have come to the conclusion that if they can deny black men community and get resources without the community, which is what welfare is, which is what, being a single mom in general is, they're going to do that and still try to sell the illusion of community to you. A community is a family of families. You don't have a family and you don't encourage women to get a family. Therefore, you can't have a community. When a group of people come together, they create families. When families come together, they make communities. You are a single mom. You are a woman who chose, spoiler alert, you are a woman who chose to divorce your husband and become a single mom and a glow up coach. Community! Miss me with this crap.
Ripped apart by force. Fathers were sold off and mothers were separated from their children. Marriages were not recognized, and
Black women, you don't recognize marriage. You most certainly don't honor the agreement. Check the divorce rate and the rate that you initiate divorces. The slave master don't respect the institution of marriage. Yeah, tell Brittany Renner, tell Janet Jackson, tell Chris Rockwife, tell Jada Pickett. Like, holy crap.
the Black home was deliberately destroyed, not by choice, but by design. Fast forward to the 19.
Okay. The Black home was deliberately destroyed and then rebuilt after emancipation and then destroyed again. Was it by the white man? No. Was it by the Asian man? No. Was it by God's chosen people? No. Was it the communists? No. Well, who destroyed the family in the future? So now she want to fast forward to the 60s because that's how it works. Like, let's just skip over the 95 years between 1865 and 1960. Let's just fast forward that. And then let's see what happened. Okay.
60s and the welfare system was introduced, right? And suddenly there's a rule. If a man is in the home, the woman loses benefits. The system punished the Black and
No, that's the same type of crap that drug dealers use. It was the white man that put the drugs in the community. It was the white man that put the drugs in the community. It was you who put the drugs in children's hands, along with the guns. Yeah, but they put it in. Yes, they gave you the means to destroy yourselves, and you did. They gave you welfare the means to destroy yourselves, the ability to have a family without a community, and you took it. Ooh, free cheese. You're stupid. So now this is just dodging accountability. They're like, okay, let's make peace, but I want you to realize that we did nothing wrong. It was all the white man's fault. Let's blame Whitey, and and let's move forward. By the way, help me glow up.
welfare queen myth, right? The political strategy that painted Black women as lazy and draining, even though the majority of welfare recipients were and still are white. But facts don't.
I don't know if they're pretending. I don't know if they're being obtuse or if they just don't know numbers that way. I think it's a combination of both. But of course, the majority of welfare cases is going to be white because the majority of people are white in this country. Nevertheless, disproportionately speaking, Black women take up so much damn welfare. So much damn welfare.
Don't matter because images stick. While that was happening, Black men were being targeted because of the war on drugs. Mass incarceration exploded. Fathers were locked up at rates.
Okay, so Danica Marie came through the show love. I forgot to say this. I've been going through some things, so I can't really have like a set schedule. I'm stepping on Danica Marie's toes right now because I know she's live. This video is one that's better watched in you know, like as part of the replay gang. But Danica Marie's video, which is live right now, is something that y'all probably want to watch right now. Just saying. And I appreciate just showing the love. Appreciate you, love. All right.
Never seen before. And then when those men came home with records, they couldn't get jobs, they couldn't vote, and they couldn't provide. Our families were not broken up by choice, they were broken up by design. You notice the strategy here, right? You tell the same story over and over and over again until we start to repeat it ourselves. So the question.
Okay. I don't know or have any crackheads in my family that I'm aware of. I do have a number of divorced people in my family. A number of divorced people in my family, all of whom was initiated by the woman. They say, "Oh no, it's the crack era. Oh no, it's Whitey. It's anybody but us." So please, brother, let's talk peace so we can have a community where I glow up. You had a community. It was through your husband and your child, and you divorced them. Somebody said, "No, is she AI?" No, she just has a lot of makeup on. She just has like a whole lot of makeup on. You see, let's talk about that for a second. See, that is what glow up means. Ever wonder how um women become more demanding once they reach their 30s or the older they get? The older and the more single momish they get, the more they demand. That's not by coincidence. It's because later in life they discover makeup and they decide to paint their whole damn face to where they look like a Cabbage Patch doll that's a little bit melted. Like that is what they look like. This is a whole face painting. You know when you have like a bunch of kids together and there's somebody there painting faces, like painting whiskers on stuff. That is what she is doing. And you don't have to believe me. She has videos on how to do that to where it doesn't even look human. Fellas, she's not going to let you smash. And it's not because she's selfish in that regard or she's saving herself for Jesus. It's not because she's doing that. It's because she can't be seen in the morning. Y'all remember the first Shrek where Fiona turned into, the ogre in the middle of the night? Shrek had to wait outside during the nighttime because, she was going through metamorphosis. That's her. I don't know what she looks like outside the makeup, and she don't want me to know. But glow up means that I am going to paint my face, put a push-up bra on, go online, and demand more from men for the illusion of what I'm presenting, not for what I actually am. I can't let a relationship become too seriously because then they will actually see what I look like in the morning. And she can't have that.
Isn't why are we angry with each other? The question is who benefits from us staying angry? Man, and the absent father who abandoned.
Okay. We have two stereotypes on the look. The angry black woman who don't need no man. That is your stereotype. And by your stereotype, I mean that is the stereotype that the black woman created for herself. They're the ones who said, I don't need a man.
His family. Neither is the full story, but both are profitable. Because when the media feeds.
Nope. Nope. You just said the 1960s. Why are you talking about the algorithm? What algorithm did they have in the 1960s? They stop pretending like this gender war began with the internet. The internet is when men started fighting back. But y'all had a 60-year head start.
War content, what happens? Engagement skyrockets. We argue in the comments. They cash the checks. The divide is not organic. It is very engineered because outrage has become the business model. Gender war content gets millions of views. This conflict drives clicks. Clips of Black men saying that Black women are too difficult. And then there's clips of Black women.
How many views did The Color Purple get? How many views did Waiting to Exhale get? How many views did How Stella Got Her Groove Back get? How many views did Women of Brewster Place get? Y'all see what's going on? Like, I hate it when they're pretending like, oh no, it's the internet, it's the algorithm. Somebody at Google is pushing forward this gender war content. How many views did Tyler Perry get? Jesus, miss me with this.
Circulating about how Black men are broke and useless. So that's basically our reality. That's our perception of each other. It doesn't care about healing. It cares about engagement. The gender war is not organic, it's algorithmic, and it is very profitable. And once you see that, you cannot unsee it. Let's talk about what the stats actually say because they tell a completely different story. Black women earn about 2/3 of all degrees awarded to Black students. We're the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in America.
What do any of those two things have to do with gender war? You see, the complaints that Black men have for Black women is that they focus on self and not family. I mean, that's the root of everything. And that is the stereotype that you're talking about. I don't need a man, blah, 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 blah. The stereotype that you complained about. And you're saying that, well, the truth of the matter is 2/3 of the, what does that have to do with the stereotype? What does that have to do with y'all being fat? What does that have to do with you got face paint on, looking like you fighting with William Wallace? Like, what does this have to do with anything?
We're building, leading, and holding things down at levels that just simply don't get celebrated.
You're not building, you're not leading, and you're not holding things down. Like, how many people with sociology degrees do you think that society needs? What in the world? What? Okay, what are you holding down? Oh, you're holding down the progress of the entire race. That's what you're holding down. Like, how can you be in last place economically bragging about how you holding it down? How can you be in last place in damn near everything that requires a high place? Oh, we holding it down. What in the world are you holding down? Gee, your children's progress in life? Like, this is just madness.
Enough. And then here's the fact about Black men that might surprise you because the absent Black dad narrative that isn't actually backed up by data. Black fathers who are present in the home are statistically more involved with their children than fathers of any other race. They feed, bathe, read.
Oh my gosh, she's retarded. I want y'all to listen to what she just said.
Celebrated enough. And then here's the fact about Black men that might surprise you because the absent Black dad narrative that isn't actually backed up by data. Black fathers who are present in the home are statistically more involved with their children than fathers of any other race.
There you have it. Black men who are in the home are more involved. Yes. Yes, you actually, of course, you're going to be more involved. You're in the home. This is completely ridiculous.
They feed, bathe, read to, and play with their kids at higher rates than any other race of man. So why does society keep telling us the opposite? Why do we keep seeing the same
Society
lies
don't tell you the
recycled? The
opposite.
real issue is
In order
systematic.
in order for society to tell you the opposite, they would have to say that black men, what they're saying is black men aren't in the homes. Now society got why completely confused, but what they're saying is black men aren't in the homes. They're not saying, how much time they spend with the children when they are in the home.
Barriers that make it harder for Black men. Both Black men and Black women are fighting stereotypes that were never true. But instead of seeing each other as allies in that fight, we've been positioned as enemies. Black men are not disposable, and
Oh my gosh. And this is what I'm talking about. Now you want an alliance. Okay, so what do we get out of this alliance? Oh, well, you get to fight white supremacy. Listen, that's not my problem. I should say that's not my biggest problem.
Black women are not indestructible. We've both been lied to. Before I go deeper, let's pause, right? Let's take a deep breath. And
It's not a matter of being lied to. First of all, what lie was black women told? Black women was told that they can do it by themselves with the government help. That's not a lie. That was the truth. They were told that, with the government backing, you don't need a man. That's not a lie. That's the truth. What lie was you told?
out because I think I can feel myself getting a little worked up too.
Holy
And
crap.
this is heavy information, but I need you to hear it, not only feel it. Let's get real about the pain. Black men are carrying wounds that a lot of people just refuse to see. They're carrying wounds of being emasculated, being perceived as dangerous since they were children.
Oh, now let's listen to her blame Whitey. Oh, you're emasculated by black women. You was told that you're nothing to society by black women. So let's come together with black women. Wait, what? Well, we're all in this boat together. Yeah, we haven't been in the same boat together since 1865. I don't know what you're talking about. Trying to have peace agreements saying that we were never the enemy is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Imagine if they did that during WW2. Imagine if Germany said, "Well, we never really did anything. So let's just end these hostilities and you buy some Mercedes and chocolates and we'll buy some Fords and burgers. And we all just get along. Let's just pretend like nothing happened." Oh, and by the way, I want to glow up. Ah,
And struggle to find work, of being undervalued, over policed, and disrespected at every
by
turn.
you.
And where does that pain go? It gets missed.
Okay. Homework assignment, fellas. I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to write a line, a tick mark, or just like a general number. The number of times you were disrespected by a black woman, and then on the opposite side of the paper, I want you to write the number of times you were disrespected by a white man, police officer or not. What you will find is that it pales in comparison. And I'm not talking about just like a little bit, like, like it's going to be like 49-51. No, it's going to be like 90. It's going to be like Listerine and germs. It's going to be like 99.9%. And that 0.1% is when a cop just said, hurry your black ass up and give me your ID or something like that. It's gonna be that doctor that told me you don't look like you swim, so you must have got that ear infection in the shower. It's gonna be something like that.
Who do we end up fighting? Each other. And then Black women, we're carrying the weight of the strong Black woman myth. So nobody actually wants to provide, protect, or care for us in the way that we deserve. We're expected to hold everything, to never complain, never break, blamed for single motherhood, even when we didn't choose that, told there are two.
You did choose that. You did choose that. You individually did choose that. You chose single motherhood. Now you're saying we are blamed for single motherhood, even though we didn't choose that, but you did. If I were a Crip or a Blood, and I were to say, you know something, we're being blamed for all of the violence in the Black community, even though we're not in gangs, but I'm in a gang. It's holy crap.
Independent, too loud, too much, while also being invisible. Let me be clear. I know so many Black men who are showing up, loving their kids, loving their women, building every single day. Women who are building themselves, starting businesses. Their story.
It's funny when she mentions the virtues of Black men, it's building other people, women and children. And when she mentions the virtues of Black women, it's building themselves. This is what they want an alliance with. Focus on me so I can focus on myself. Glow up.
Stories just really don't go viral. We are all hurting. But instead of facing a system that has created this pain, we've been taught to face each other. And the moment that we start seeing each other's humanity instead of stereotypes and what we see on social media, the narrative will start to shift. How many times have you shared a clip that makes you mad instead of thinking about who profits from this? Who is making money from our
Who's glowing up? Who's glowing up from this?
pain? So here
Who's profiting from our pain? Let's see. Oprah Winfrey, Alice Walker, Bell Hooks, Maya Angelou, Terry McMillan, Tyler Perry. Okay, I see who's profiting from this.
here's what happens when we stay divided, because there is a cost. Community power gets weakened when men and women are.
Oh, so do you have a channel based on community power? How can our community get more power? Is that what you're an advocate of? Community power? Or are you advocating for single moms to glow up? See, miss me with that crap. This is just buzzwords to try to entice you in. You want community power? Well, come over here. Because I'll divorce you. Well, what about community power? Ha 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 ha. Glow up.
At war. Movements lose momentum, families fracture, and resources scatter while we argue who's protecting our kids.
Well, not your husband, because you divorced him. See, I'm gonna show y'all in another video where she said he was a good man and I divorced him. But I want y'all to remember all this community empowerment and stuff and Black family and stuff when we go through her channel.
Who's fighting for maternal health, pay equity, safer schools, better neighborhoods? Because if you keep Black moms thinking that we're the problem and we're keeping Black fathers believing that they're powerless, you don't just break a household. You don't just break up a family. We're breaking future generations. Who is going to be here long after we're gone? Okay. They're going to have to pick up all of this mess and pick up all the pieces. They're absorbing this message that Black men and Black women can't trust, they can't respect, they can't build together. They're inheriting division. The gender war is the smoke, the system is the fire.
Holy
We don't
crap.
put out the fire by fanning flames. So maybe the real question isn't, why are Black men so angry? The real question is, why have we been tricked into seeing each other as the enemy? We both deserve grace. We both deserve healing. And
Once again, imagine if the mustache guy said that when he was losing World War II. Why are we seeing each other as the enemy? Because you invaded Poland. You know all those small hat peoples and ovens and stuff. Like, what are you talking about? The bombings, invasion of France. What are you? Why do you see us as the enemy? Do I look stupid to you?
both deserve to be seen. The enemy is a system that's profiting off of our division. Healing begins when we stop performing for algorithms and we start protecting each other in real life. Black people have built movements together, raised generations together, survived impossible.
Yes, we built movements together, and you built the sisterhood movement without us.
Odds together. And we can do it again. Because one thing about Black people, we, we are very resilient. We can cycle. The next time you don't share it, we serve. Here's generational. I believe in a generation of Black children who see their parents united, who inherit peace instead of pain,
Did
who
this
grow
woman
up
just
watching.
say, I want to see a Black community where the children don't see their family divided after you kicked your husband out the home? Keep in mind, she divorced what she calls a good man.
Love and not division. And if you're a mom like me building a softer, stronger legacy, don't forget to join Glow Moms Club. The link is in the description. I'll see you there. Division isn't going to glow us up, unity is. Let's glow, and I'll see you in the next video.
So we should unite to glow you up. Oh crap. This is amazing. This is amazing. Ever notice how the women who are serious about building a community and getting Black men and Black women together are with a Black man? Ever notice that? Funny, isn't it? And then divorced women who talk about, and ever notice that you don't hear Danica Marie talking about glowing up? She's always talking about, I gotta go because my husband needs his dinner. Glowing up is just another word for sprinkle, soft life. Basically living the life of luxury at the expense of men or a man. That's all it is. It's just another way to say the same thing. Get your bag. All right. So shout out to KMS. Greatly appreciate you. Says, it's cruel irony that the only time Black women want to come to the table is when they have nothing to offer. When did they have anything to offer? Oh, okay, put it like this. Put it like, you're right. Um, they always had something to offer, and that is a functioning family structure and community. They never come to the table offering that seriously. What would it take for us to take it seriously? It's like, okay, you will back us in our attempts to make marriage laws fair. That's a start. You will back us in our attempts to make child support laws fair. And then you have to show a complete and consistent change in behavior pattern. But what you're asking for is that we just let our guard down. At this point, there is no negotiation. Only black women wanting 60 years of treacherous behavior forgotten and forgive. Ooh, yes, exactly. It's like, and that's what she's trying to do. It's like forget everything that happened in the last 60 years. I want you to just ignore that and blame Whitey for that. Blame the internet for that, even though the internet is only like, you know, 30 years old. But we're gonna blame Whitey and the internet and pretend like we've been by your side since the beginning. Let's stick together, loving you forever. We're gonna pretend like that. We're gonna play that Al Green. Wasn't he hit in the head? Or didn't he have like gritstone in his face or something like that? Or by a black woman? Just saying. Oh, oh, well, let's take a look at our channel. Motherhood is so lonely. Yeah, that's why people do it in pairs. You're stupid. Black moms are breaking, so she can't handle motherhood alone, but she chose to be a single mom. Okay. Why the black community shames women for growing up? Because it's a selfish thing. Instead of for your focus being on, your family, your focus on an individual thing. How I emotionally detached from my child's father for good. Whoa, 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 whoa. What about this community? What about getting the black family together? Now you're talking about how I emotionally detached from my child's father. Oh, but community, let's stick together, loving you forever. Well, I'm confused. I am confused. The community. Okay. So a month ago, you talking about how you emotionally detached from your child's father. Okay. I want to see my kids grow up and see the families together. Shut your ass up. Shut your makeup ass up. Oh, here we go. This is the before and after of the makeup. See, this is what they mean by glowing up. Putting on a bunch of makeup and tricking guys online to value them. This is the before and after of the makeup right here. I stopped looking like a mom and started looking like me again. Holy crap. Danica Marie was like, is that AI? They're face painting themselves AI to the point where they look artificially generated. Like, this is ridiculous. All right, let's see what else we got. Five harsh truths I wish I knew before becoming a single mom. So you don't wish that you didn't become a single mom. First of all, you admit that was a choice in that title. Ah, I didn't hate my baby, but I did hate my life. Community. How being a pick me almost ruined my life. Yeah, because God forbid you actually work in a way that somebody else receives value from you. So you want us to negotiate and you not even a damn pick me. By the way, she has very few views. She has very few views. Nobody want to hear this because everyone has already heard this. Like, she's not the only like makeup chick out there, overly made up chick out there that's just trying to hide this face, behind spray paint makeup. All right. Why do your relationships feel off after kids? I don't know. Is that a reason to end it? Ah, listen at this. Leaving a toxic relationship made me prettier. See, these broads, they put on all this makeup and they actually think they're prettier. You're not prettier. You just discovered makeup and crap. Listen, I can't spell. I'm in my 40s. I cannot spell. And salute to all those Aquila and the B type kids that do the thing that I can't do. Never could. Great with numbers, bad with letters. Even when I was watching Sesame Street. But when spell check came out and all of a sudden, like everything I wrote had perfect spelling, I didn't become better. I didn't become a better speller because spell check was invented. Like my grammar didn't improve because Grammarly was invented. What the hell? And you didn't become more beautiful because filters are invented. Okay, I'm gonna click one of these before I head out. And I think this is the one. It says, "I don't want to be." No, not this one. What was it? Why the black community shames black women for? I emotionally detached from my child's dad. Okay, let's see what type of mother she is. What type of wife mother she is. When she's talking, but we should still focus on the community, right? We should try to build a community with somebody who's about to say what we're
If
about
you
to hear.
clicked on this video, I already know where you're at. Maybe he ghosted, maybe he's inconsistent, maybe he shows up just enough to keep you confused. What this video is about breaking the cycle. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I let go of my son's father, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, even though we still co-parent. Because yes, it absolutely is possible. Getting over your child's father is not like getting over a breakup. You can't block him. You can't erase the memories. You literally share a human being. You can still co-parent. You can still hear his name. You can still see him. Is stop holding on to potential. Potential will have you stuck for years. I had to stop romanticizing our history and start reading the reality of the situation. The moment I stopped trying to rewrite the story to protect my ego is the moment that I started healing. Accepting what it was is how you stop chasing what it could have.
Okay. I want to hear the part where he cheated on you with your brother, beat you, threw acid on your face, and forced you to wear makeup for the rest of your life. Because it does seem like you left a perfectly decent human being because you didn't feel grown up enough. Yes, we need to get together and form families and communities. It seems like he tried. Y'all see this foolishness.
Have been. You might get sprinkles of
Holy crap.
possibility, sprinkles of this could work. The reality of it is it probably could work. You might be missing out on some memory or some good moment, but I'm telling you, man, it's not worth what it comes with. It never will be. So stop holding on to potential because the potential is only like a molecule of what that relationship could look like. So let it go. Comment down below what truth you are ready to accept.
By the way, this is just broad babble. Stop holding on to the potential in the past.
Step today. Excuse my baby, y'all. Step 2, grieve the fantasy family today. You're not just grieving him, right? You're grieving the version of life that you thought that you could have had. The matching Christmas pajamas, the shared holidays, and it hurts even if he was very toxic. That grief is still real. I used to imagine photos that I never took. It would be cute for his first Christmas to do green pajamas. I had to grieve stuff that never even happened. But that's the reality when you
One of two things happen. Scenario one, she said, um, let's get some green pajamas and get together with the family and take pictures. And he said, Hadouken! Finish her. And he just beat the crap out of you for ever suggesting green pajamas. I ain't wearing no green pajama, bitch! Who the fuck you think you talking to? Green pajamas. Now get on that corner and get my money. Either that happened, or he says, you said, I want to wear green pajamas for Christmas. Oh no, I'm not really into pajamas. I want a divorce. One of those two things happened. I think it's the latter.
have to grieve and heal from a relationship that didn't work. Not because I wanted him, but because I wanted my son to have a let yourself scream, journal, therapy. You can't heal what you do not feel. Because I know for me, I have a tendency to disassociate. I will shove feelings down because I feel like if I don't feel them, then they're not there. But that is so far from the truth. I had to get over that a long time ago. Step number 3, stop performing for him. Let me
Holy
say
shit.
this as clearly as I possibly can. Your glow up is not a marketing campaign.
So basically, while teaching women to be less valuable, don't be a pick me, stop performing for him. If he don't want to wear green pajamas on a Christmas photo, then leave because I dreamed about everybody getting together in green pajamas and sending photos, but since I can't have that, then the family is just going to be completely dismantled. So while teaching women to be less valuable to men, she's also asking for a ceasefire from men. No. And I seen you without makeup, so that whatever you're trying to do is not going to work on me.
For him. He is not your audience. You're centering him. Every time you dress up, hoping he'll regret it, you're still in the loop. You're not trying to be chosen anymore. You're choosing you. When I started glowing up just because I like the way that
So I want men to pursue community with us, but I'm not going to work to be chosen. Y'all see the foolishness that is this woman? Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that. Hit the like button. Y'all see that. It's right above the like button that you hit. You see that, right?
I felt, not because I hoped that he would notice. Ironically, that's when he started noticing, but I no longer care. Because, of course, when you're postpartum and things don't work out, you might not be 100% happy with your body. You realize that we're not going to work out. Well, I'm going to make him regret it. But I wasn't worried about all that. I was more so worried about, do I feel like I'm showing up best that I can be as a single mom? I was never worried about what I look like and how he felt about me. If you need a 5-minute glow up boost, don't forget to check the description of this video. You'll find my glow up guide. Step
A 5-minute glow up boost.
number 4 is to build a life that he is not in. This is how I reclaim.
Yes. Yes. See, community for you, building a life that the man is not in for me. So while they're telling you we should build a community together, don't you want a community? Don't you want a family in Christmas pajamas? Step 4, build a life that doesn't include him. Okay. Shout out to KMS. Greatly appreciate you. Says coach analogy. Gen Xers and older millennials are the only ones throwing their headset um, throwing their headsets, um, hoping the player finally gets it. Young millennials, Gen Z, fuck them. Best player available. Yeah, absolutely. Marcus, salute, salute. I was on your panel a couple of months ago. Salute. Says, salute, brother. Yeah, it's a wrap in the dating market here. Even if the laws change, the culture has to follow. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take a significant amount of time for them to change their reputation. Think about it like this: when you think of a basketball star, you don't think of a Chinaman, right? It will take about 50 years of them dominating the courts before they're actually recognized as talented in that regard. Like the children, it would have to be like the next Michael Jordan would have to be born like 30 years from now, and in a continuation of previous Chinese ninja Michael Jordan people. Like it would take like a ridiculously long time for for the reputation to change. It would. And if they were to, at least the first step would be, I support you in changing the laws, because that's what white women are doing. I understand that these laws give us an unfair advantage. See, they don't want to sacrifice their unfair advantage. I appreciate you, Marcus. It says, demand more, offer less, black women strategy. Exactly. That's what glowing up is. That's what glowing up is. Demanding more, offering less. Less everything except makeup. Nobody's falling for that.
My peace, personal, new memory, new routine, new traditions with just me and my son. Stopped waiting for him to show up. I stopped inviting his energy into
New traditions with just me and my son. Remember, this is the same chick that says, let's get together for the community. Yeah, but I'm going to create a new community with just me and my son.
moments that were never meant for him. We go on adventures. We create plenty of joy. That doesn't include his dad. He's not missing anything, you know what I mean, from our life.
This is the crux of this bitch. Listen,
He is not in. This is how I reclaim my peace, personal, new memory, new routine, new traditions with just me and my son. Stopped waiting for him to show up. I stopped inviting his energy into moments that were never meant for him. We go on adventures.
inviting him into moments that was never meant for him. We need to come together. Y'all hear this madness? Y'all hear this madness? Shout out to a town favorite. Too short. When I hear women like this talk, what's my favorite word? Bitch! Why you gotta say it like short? Bitch!
We create plenty of joy. That doesn't include his dad. He's not missing anything, you know what I mean, from our life. We're no longer pausing our joy, waiting for his presence. Create a life that is so full, his absence doesn't echo. That's exactly why I started building my brand. I knew that I wanted to do more with myself. I knew I wanted to help moms, especially moms that were or possibly in a similar situation as me. That's exactly why I'm starting to build a life that would make my son proud of me, hopefully one day, that can afford us a life that is comfortable and safe. Step number 5 is to detach, to do more with myself. I knew I wanted to help moms, especially moms that were possibly in a similar situation as me. That's exactly why I'm starting to build a life that would make my son proud of me, hopefully one day, that can afford us a life.
Your son is not going to be proud of you one day because I'm alive. Red Pill is alive. The manosphere is alive. And rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, but his legacy is alive. He's going to see right through your garbage. He's not going to be like Tupac, see perfection in an imperfect vessel. He's going to see you for exactly what you are.
That is comfortable and safe. Step number 5 is to detach from what you cannot control. You cannot control his.
Somebody said, is there a green pill? Yes, it's the gold digging bitch pill. That's the green pill. When a woman eats your food and don't fuck, that's a green pill. When a woman takes you to child support court and get $80,000 a month, that's the green pill. Tastes like garbage, don't it?
Presence, you can control your peace. I used to spiral every single time. He was late, inconsistent, forgot, or just flat out didn't show up. Now I plan my life. He's not coming anyways, honey, because I refuse to let my joy depend on someone else's unpredictability. Stop putting your nervous system in the hands of somebody who has proven that they cannot lead. Drop a comment down below if you're ready to take your power back. Step number 6 is to rewrite your narrative. You were never abandoned. You were redirected. You're not a single mom because you failed or you did something incredibly wrong. You're a single mom because you refused to stay where you were not valued. The woman that you're.
So you chose to be a single mom. So all this talk about the white man stereotype, we didn't choose to be single moms. I'm a single mom because I chose not to stay where I'm not valued. Well, how much should you be valued? Well, as much as I value myself. Miss me, you see the facade? You see what happens when you power wash the makeup off of broads like this? You see what happens? When you take a broad like this through the car wash at Quick Quack and you see what's underneath is a bunch of grimy shit. And this is what people are talking about. Oh yes, we need to come together. We need to put aside this gender war foolishness. They just want you to ignore what's being done. Was been done for generations. The reputation that they made themselves. We see you coming. Imagine if one of these ass clowns got me for $20 years ago in the 90s. He was one of those three car Monty niggas, right? Got $20 from me. Probably was homeless. Imagine if he was to try to pull some shit like that on me now. I don't even think they have those people anymore. This was in San Francisco. I don't even think they have those people anymore because everybody knows, because the internet exists. Everybody knows that you're never going to find the queen. Everybody knows that you're full of shit. Everybody knows it. Your reputation is trash. Nobody is going to play with you. We don't want to play with you. We don't want to play with you. Imagine if they was to come and be like, "Oh no, brother, let's get together. Let's get together. That was the white man that took that $20 from you. They are just besmirching the reputation of us honest three-card Monty." Shut your ass up. People are swift to it. You ever see a young crackhead anymore? No, because we learned from the previous generation. We learn. And black men have been learning from your trifling ass for 60 years now.
You're becoming wouldn't even entertain the man that you used to cry over. That's growth and what a glow up is. Your child is watching you rewrite your story in real time. If you want to go deeper, don't forget to check out the free 5-minute glow up guide down below. It's in the description. These are the final signs that you are, in fact, finally over him. You know that you're free when his name doesn't trigger you, his relationship status doesn't faze you. Your happiness is no longer curated for his consumption. You feel at peace when he's not around and indifference when he is. You don't have to hate him. Matter of fact, I don't encourage you to necessarily hate the man. but you do have to outgrow him, and you need to outgrow him fast. And sis, if you clicked on this video, you probably already are on the way, at least. Don't forget to subscribe for more mommy glow up content and healing content. Comment which step hit you the hardest. Share this with a mama who needs to hear this today.
All right. Shout out to her and the 101 people that watched that crap. Let's see what the comments have to say. Motherhood is so lonely. Ugh, that's why you do it with okay, I already said that. This chick. Oh, there's no comments, of course. People are sick of this. And somebody even said that she looked like the trophy wife. They all look the same. They all wear the same damn makeup. They all look the same. See, y'all ever go to a barbershop and even though nobody use it, there's still like a chart there so you could say, give me a number 6 or something like that. That's them. That's them. They just take their face to Earl Shive and say, give me a number 4. That's why they all look the damn same. Like, oh, I have grown up. That's what they do. They have these fast food bodies and these fast food faces. Anyway, let me see if I'm missing anything. Shout out to Danica Marie, KMS, and Marcus Brown. Appreciate all of your contributions. Greatly do. All right. So I gotta head out, but I want to thank the Cash App Super Chats, managers and moderators, those who are listening silently, those who participate in the chat. Hit that like button on your way out. This is Game Changer 00100. Game over. Peace.